It has been 19 days since I last stepped outside, but today, that changes.
Kevinisomoto says welcome to the vlog.
It's been a while since I've been outside. The last time I was in the outdoors was when I was going to Andy and Emmy's place for our very last get-together before the lockdown began.
Your thoughts, coronavirus, COVID-19.
I don't have any thoughts.
Wash your hands.
Every
Wash your
chance I get.
Today that's changing though because I think I'm going to be going over to the FBE office because my first day is beginning very, very soon. Obviously we're all in lockdown right now, so my first day is next week, but I need to go by the office to pick up my computer.
I keep my uniforms in a different closet than my regular clothes that I always have.
Okay, here we are, Burbank, California. Usually it takes about an hour and 45 minutes to get here, but today I got here in about 25. So no traffic on the streets. Today is actually my very first day of work. Today is day one at FBE. I was hired just before the quarantine period went into effect here in LA, so it was it delayed my start date. I was supposed to start a couple of weeks ago, but today is my first official day. And because the whole company is working remotely, I'm just coming here today to pick up a computer to take home to begin working. That's super quick. I just picked up the computer, heading back home. This is just a little hard drive right here. I put the computer in the trunk. So I should have everything now. I'm gonna head home and then kind of get things set up here.
Yesterday, April 2nd, for the first time, I attended a remote birthday party. It was my friend Joey's birthday.
I did have to do a lot of edits because you guys really love Joey.
Lucky to have an amazing friend like you in my life. You're a literal sunshine. You're the most positive person.
They did a lip syncing thing through Zoom. A virtual remote birthday party through the internet.
Love you all.
Stay safe, everyone.
Have a beautiful day.
Last week I received a comment about my retainer and just kind of the status on that. It's been about a year since I first got my retainer.
I like the color.
So when I was really young, I had braces, but I stopped wearing my retainer, and so my teeth shifted over time. They became crooked again.
It's not really a yellow color, it's more of an sort of an orange, but that's it right there.
From how I understand it is there's a couple different types of retainers. There's a standard retainer, which is like it literally just retains your teeth, keeps it in position. And then there's this kind that I got called an active retainer. There's these like spring mechanisms in here which you can adjust over time. So this can change shape over time depending on how you adjust it. My next appointment was actually supposed to be this upcoming week, but obviously with everything going on, they canceled the appointment. I haven't talked to my doctor about when this will be 100% complete, but I'm guessing it'll probably be another 1 to 2 years from now until this is all finished. From my experience, every time they tighten it for like the first day, it's kind of uncomfortable because it's obviously tighter, so it feels different. But I get used to it after probably a day of wearing it. The cost is also a factor. These are slightly more expensive than braces, but they're less expensive than the Invisalign, invisible type of thing. So when deciding to get braces or retainer, that was also a factor that took a role in my decision to get retainers.
It's like a giant hunk of plastic in my mouth, so I can't really talk.
And finally this week 3 of lockdown, we have our week 3 check-in just to see how everyone's doing with quarantine lockdown mode here in Los Angeles. What have you been up to this past week? How's your life been? Give us the
This week
update.
I was on spring break. Nothing got done this week. Played a bunch of video games. I think Andy and I played Monopoly until like 4 a.m. the other day.
Andy, what about you?
my week was basically her week. So.
And Steph?
Pretty much the same thing as last week.
How's your farm going?
My village is coming nicely. I finally caught a tuna.
Oh, you caught a tuna?
Yeah, that was my goal.
Is that kind of difficult to do or something?
Yeah, it's kind of rare.
Oh, okay.
But other things are rare, but for some reason I couldn't catch a tuna.
Steph, how often do you play per day? Like, how many hours would you say?
Ooh, maybe half the day.
Holy shit.
Guys, look at my screen real quick. Look at my screen. Imagine you just join a call and you see this, and you're like, "Sir, I can't see your face. Can you scooch over a little bit so we can see your whole face?" And I'm like, "Sure." Is that better for you there? We're gonna go around. We're gonna say our thoughts, kind of what we have in mind, what we're thinking going into week number 4 of lockdown.
I just miss the freedom of like being able to do what I want when I wanted to do it. But I'm all about flattening the curve, so I've been staying home.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That is the spirit.
You know what's weird is I feel like, let's just say for example, it's August, right? And they're like, okay, virus is done. You guys can like hang out with people now. I can't imagine like if we all hung out that I would still want to like hug or like even touch you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'd still be like, back up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a solid 5 years before I touch anyone again after this. I was gonna ask you guys a question because like the one thing I think about is like it didn't quite dawn on me when this began that like when we meant lockdown we could potentially be in lockdown for like half a year basically. And so I wish I would have like planned more like what Mondas did and like, oh, I just want to be with a friend if that's gonna be the case, you know? And so I wonder for like you guys, you and Emmy, you know, it sucks that you have to be in lockdown, but at least you like have the companionship of like a friend there at all times, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas I can imagine for me, it's like I don't really hang out with my parents and that's who I'm living with. Let's say you're like renting an apartment or something and you're by yourself in that apartment. Then it's like, man, it really sucks, you know?
Yeah, I always get on Emmy's case about like, and as a joke that like, oh my God, like I had to be stuck with you for quarantine. But I truly feel like if I was by myself, I think I would like not handle it as well as I think I would.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it definitely helps. Like it is quite nice to have like another human being.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Have a good week. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, stay safe.